Hello friends, welcome back. This is Dr. Janardhan Pawar from TC College Baramati. In last video, we have seen one of the types of barriers in the process of communication, and that was physical barrier. Now in this video, we are going to talk about one more type of barrier in the process of communication, and that is mechanical barrier. As the name reflects everything, when you think about the concept of mechanical barriers, we can understand everything. Just look at the name carefully. Everything is given in the name only. Mechanical means what? The things which are there in the process of communication that we face because of some technical or mechanical issues. So here we are going to talk about whatever barriers, whatever difficulties, whatever obstacles we are facing or problems we are facing in the process of communication because of technical issues or because of some mechanical issues, and those kind of issues, those kind of problems can be called as mechanical barriers. I hope you people have understood the concept of mechanical barriers. Once again, I repeat in another words, those barriers that we face because of some technical problems or technical difficulties in the process of communication, those can be called as mechanical barriers. So friends, we are going to talk about this concept in upcoming video as well as in this particular video. So friends, when we think about the concept of mechanical barriers, n number of things that we encounter whenever we go for the process of communication. Basically, when we use technology in the process of communication, automatically there are certain barriers that we face in the process of communication because of technology or because of those technological devices. For example, if you are using mobile for the process of communication or for the purpose of communication, there are certain issues that we face in the process of communication when we use mobile for the purpose of communication. For example, sometimes we face a device issue, sometimes we face a range issue, sometimes we face, sometimes we do not hear properly. So these are the issues which are there because of that particular device, because of technology which we are using in the process of communication. So here we are going to talk about certain aspects which are covered under the category of mechanical barriers. The first one that we are going to talk about is failure of loudspeaker. When we use loudspeaker for the purpose of communication and it is not working, for example, or those are not in working condition, and at particular time, definitely we can understand, we can face some issues in the process of loudspeaker also. So in that case, we have some issues, we have some problems, we have some difficulties to give the message or to receive the message. This kind of things can be called as failure of loudspeaker. Moving to the another factor or another type of mechanical barrier, that is defective device. As I told you earlier, I've given the example of mobile. If your mobile device is defective, if it is not working properly, if it is not in good condition, definitely we have some issues, and it is because of that particular defective device, and definitely we face some issues in the process of communication when we use, or the listener or the speaker is using defective device. In that case, the process of communication will not be effective and we may face some issues in the process of communication. So that is up to, or that is for defective device. Moving to the next one, that is absence of communication facilities. See, everywhere these communication facilities are not available. Most of the people, they don't have enough communication facilities, and because of those enough communication facilities, and because of not having enough communication facilities, they may face some problems, they may face some issues, and because of that, whatever problems we face in the process of communication, it becomes mechanical barriers. So sometimes what happens, suppose the speaker is speaking on some topics from one place and a receiver are receiving from another place. In that case, they should have some communication facilities, they should have sort of infrastructure facilities to receive the message, and if they don't have, definitely they will have some issues in case of receiving the message. At the same time, they have some problems for giving the messages also. So that is called what, absence of communication facilities, and this particular factor plays an important role in the process of communication. So this is for absence of communication facilities. One more things that is there in this mechanical barrier, that is very important, as I think, and that is difficulty in reception. Most of the time, a receiver may face some difficulties at the time of receiving the message from the speaker, As I told you, there are two parties which are always involved in the process of communication, and these two parties are speaker and the listener. In other words, we call it uh, communicatee and communicator. So there are certain issues with the receiver sides, and because of that, he will not, or he or she will not receive some receptions properly, and that is also a part of what mechanical barriers. There are certain reasons for not receiving things properly, and those are related to server, those are related to communication devices that they are using. Some times it is related to infrastructure facilities that they have. So this is what it comes under the category of mechanical barriers. Moving to the second last sub bit of this mechanical barrier, and that is defects in reaching contents. Most of the time, whatever contents we send through the process of communication, there is a difficulty of reaching those contents to the particular person. And again, here is the role of infrastructure facilities and communication facilities that they have. So if they have proper and enough facilities to receive the message, definitely this problem won't be there. But if they don't have enough facilities, definitely they have this problem to receive the contents on right time and the right place. So this is the issue of defects in reaching contents. And the last but not least, which is also important, and that I'm going to discuss with you guys, and that is disturbances in the fidelity of transmission. See, transmission means the process of transferring the message from one place to another place, or from the speaker to the receiver. So there are certain disturbances, and as we people have seen, disturbances can be called as barriers. And when we want to transfer, when we want to communicate something through such kind of devices by using technology, there are different types of disturbances that we face. For example, I will tell you one example. Suppose you are talking on cell phone or mobile phone, and suddenly there is no range, or you face some range issue. So this is called as a disturbance in the process of transmission of fidelity, and that we face. This one is the one of the example that I have given. Sometimes we may encounter one more problem. Sometimes the speaker talks, we listen, but whatever we talk to the speaker, that cannot be transmitted from your side to the speaker side. Again, this one is one of the examples of disturbances in the fidelity of transmission. We can give a number of examples. You can also aware with the examples better than me. So these are the sub-bits of mechanical barriers which we people have seen today, and I hope you people have understood whatever I have told in this short video. Once again, I repeat the sub-bits of mechanical barriers before going to conclude this video. And those barriers or sub-bits of mechanical barriers are failure of loudspeaker, that we know when loudspeaker is not working. And if you do not realize this, definitely the process of communication will not be complete. Then defective device, if you are using defective device, suppose device is not properly working, device is not having proper, what we call it, camera facility and other facilities. In that case, we may encounter some issues. Then absence of communication facilities, as we people have discussed, communication facilities are important. They are playing very important role, and if we don't have those facilities, we may encounter some issues in that case also. Then difficulty in reception, difficulty may be there because of a number of reasons, and if some certain sort of difficulties are there, definitely there are certain what do we say, problems in the process of communication. Then defects in reaching contents, definitely there are certain defects in reaching contents cannot be reached because of n number of reasons, as we have seen. I have given some examples also, and because of those examples, there is a difficulty in reaching the contents. And the last one that we people have seen, there are n number of disturbances that we face in the transmission of fidelity or the process of communication, and those disturbances also we have discussed in a thorough manner in this video. I hope you people have liked my video. And only this much for mechanical barriers. We are going to see one more video, we are going to see one more type of barriers in the next video. Till then, stay safe, stay happy, stay tuned, and be connected. Thank you.